Hi, my name is Jared Lafitte. I'm the founder and CEO of Mandy AI, and I want to take you through a quick tutorial to show you how Mandy AI can help you as a Chick-fil-A owner-operator. So from the top, when you log into your Mandy account, here's what we have. We have dashboard, people, tools, and my reports. I want to kind of take you through each portion here to show you how this works. We are a feedback tool, meaning we are designed to help you quickly get feedback from your team members, and then we do the hard work of analyzing that feedback for you to show you exactly what you need to know in a very quick way. So I'll start with going here. First, we're going to look at building a survey. This is a completed survey. We're going to explore this in a second. But first, if you are using Mandy for the first time, you would be sending out a survey to your team. So I'll take you through that process. If we were to build a survey from scratch, here we're going to go to Add New. And we're going to ask a question and then go through the next steps. But first, let's imagine that you as an owner-operator wanted to ask, how can we improve our drive-through service, right? How can we improve our drive-through service? You want to get feedback from your team members on that. And so down here, you can send a survey by people or send a survey by tags. I'm going to show you how to send it by people first. Now, these are just some mock email addresses, mock people, but imagine that this were your team. Your team may be 50, 60, 70, 100 people or more, and what you can do is you can select particular individuals you want to send your survey to. So let's say if I wanted to send it to just these two, I would click here. Now you can also, I'm going to go backwards, you can also send a survey by tag, meaning a group of people that you've already selected, that you've already tagged to designate maybe, front of house or just managers or just people who work on weekends, something like that. Now these are some mock tags, but you could create your own tag by clicking Add Tag here, and then build a tag for, let's say, front of house, or something like managers. So you could pick whatever tag you want to pick and build a group that way, and then click to send a survey to the people in that tag. And so let me go back here. And then once you've selected the people you want to send it to, or the tag, I'll just click a person for now. Then the next step you would take is to actually schedule and send the survey. So you can send the survey by either email or text message or both, and you can schedule it according to a certain date and time, and you pick your own time zone. Or you can simply send now. So that's how a survey is sent. Now let's go to an existing survey. This is again a mock survey. And when you would log in, let's say you've already sent a survey and you've gotten responses back from your team members, and you're taking a look the next morning. And in this case, in our mock example, we've sent 19 questions, all 19 responded, which would be great if you could get everyone to respond to your questions. We like to see high response rates. And then immediately what you'll see is a Mandy index. Now the Mandy index is a score that indicates how strongly people are responding to your campaign or campaigns. This includes and combines response rates, how positively or negatively people are feeling, and whether their responses indicate a high level of engagement. So in this case, in this scenario, this particular survey had a pretty good Mandy index, a pretty good overall combination of emotions and how strongly people responded. It was a good thing. And so what you can do here, let's say you're just logging in, you can look at the campaign that you sent. You can see the overall response rate and the overall sentiment. People generally felt good in their responses to your question. Now let's say we want to expand and click more. Here's what you're seeing here. You're looking at an indicator of the total emails that were sent or text messages. In this case, we just did email, but you could do email or text or both. And then we're going to see an overall picture of the emotional state of the responses. Somewhat positive, an average sentiment across all responses with, again, a high Mandy index from before. Now, this is where you can really dig into the responses if you want to. What you're going to see, name, email, response type, the answer that was given, and the exact time and date of the answer. And then this is where some of our artificial intelligence kicks in. You're able to see an engagement and retention score based on the answer right away. And so, what our AI is doing is indicating how engaged the particular employee is based on their response. And retention refers to how likely they are to continue working, how likely they are to stay with the store. A retention score of neutral means, probably a medium likelihood of staying with the store over time based on the language they use. And then the average sentiment somewhat positive overall. So the average sentiment is looking at the general keywords that are contributing to an overall score that this person is probably in a pretty good state of mind. But if some of the issues like gossip, communication were to continue, that could affect their overall engagement or retention. So it's a pretty deep dive, and this is again happening instantly through our artificial intelligence the second someone responds. You can go through each response and do this process. Or if you simply don't have the time to do that kind of deep dive work, you can simply go to View Quick Survey Report. Now, the quick survey report is designed to give you, a 30-second or so insight into the overall survey that was given and find out four items. One, again, is response rate, which in this case was great. Two, you're able to see quickly out of all the responses that were given a breakdown of how people felt. So in these responses, 62.4% of them were positive, 13.9% were somewhat positive, about 6% of them were neutral, and then even better, what you can do is click here to learn more and see a breakdown of the responses according to emotion. So if you just wanted to quickly see, okay, what percentage of the responses were negative, and let me see all the negative responses, all the responses that generated a negative score. And so you're able to look here to see all of the keywords and responses that contributed to that negative score. And then also, what's even nicer is we have the ability to show you what people talked about both positively and negatively. So the positive graph is on the left, the negative graph is on the right, and you can see quickly, okay, positive environment, effort, good work environment, those were words and ideas that people talked about in the most positive light, and then on the most negative light, stress, upset customers, etc. And you can even click here to learn a little bit more to see a quick guide as to the most positive and most negative words. Of course, if you want to do the deep dive, then you would simply go back to the original screen to see the survey results. This is the best part about Mandy AI, we think, is below we have a button that says help me take action. And what this means is that for your particular campaign, we are going to generate a customized action step that shows you and your leadership team exactly what you can do based on the survey data. So here, for this particular campaign, communication and training were mentioned as areas to focus on. Consider how you can encourage team members toward higher standards of communication throughout the store, including discussing what trust and respect means at each level. Think through how to mobilize some of the more experienced leaders toward additional mentoring and ongoing training as the store grows, including helping younger leaders to take on a variety of tasks to keep them engaged. Now, so the benefit here is that you're not simply sending out a survey that people respond to and you have to take the time to analyze each response. We're doing that heavy analytical work for you, giving you both details on engagement, retention, the type of emotions people are feeling, but then also giving you action steps, concrete things that you can do. And this happens every time you send out a campaign. So if you were to send out a new campaign, you would get this new data again, and then all of the tools that you need to actually take action. And so we're trying to make the surveying process easier and more efficient for you and giving you something to take action with. So again, this is Jared Lafitte, founder and CEO of Mandy AI. Hope that you all can use this product as many Chick-fil-A owner-operators already have. Thanks so much for watching.